Hey there, and welcome to the Game Manager, because no one starts off knowing what it's like to cross to the other side.
Before you start, both of you light a match. The fire represents your life, and the one whose fire goes out first will be the one who has left us, the one who will be playing the dead friend. Then the living draws a circle around the pentagram with salt to prevent other spirits from coming, while the dead tells us about their experiences on the other side, about the world that they live in, about what it's like to be dead. Dead Friend, a Game of Necromancy, is a collaborative storytelling game for 2 players. Through it, you and your partner will unravel the story of 2 friends, one of which has already left the land of the living. It is a game quite unlike any other I've ever played. Instead of using dice or cards for its mechanics, it's based on witchcraft rituals. Through it, you'll be performing a guided ritual, utilizing the spellbook provided by the game, matches, coins, salt, and a deck of tarot cards. The tarot cards serve as prompts. They tell you of experiences that you and your friend have lived. They tell you of moments you experienced and feelings you felt towards each other. It's a game that can be incredibly intimate, but also very fun. So stick around for more if you're interested, and remember to like and subscribe. Now, let's get started. The ritual is broken into 2 parts. First, there is the ritual of earth and water. In this ritual, you will get to meet the 2 friends. Not only them, but also the people who were important to them. The tarot cards here will first tell you characteristics of the people who surrounded them, of the people who were close to them. And then they will also tell you about important experiences that the 2 friends lived together, in which those characters you created earlier will play a part. The next rituals are those of fire and air. The ritual of fire tells you about the death of the friend. You and your partner will explore the moment of the death, the circumstances, what killed the friend, and what was the other friend doing during that time. It will start exploring what the feelings about the death are, perhaps how the dead friend feels about being dead, and how the living one feels about their friend who has left them. You will start exploring the reasons for coming here, the reasons of the living for trying to summon the dead, and the reasons of the dead for coming. Finally, the ritual of air is the culmination of the ritual, where both friends fight each other, either philosophically or very physically, and you get to decide what the final outcome is. At the start of the game, you are given goals for your character. These goals are by nature opposed, and that is what leads to a confrontation in the end. After the battle, the victory is decided. Both players can agree who won or lost that battle. The victor gets to narrate how the last moment of the confrontation goes, while the loser gets to give an epilogue of how the 2 friends meet once again in the afterlife. This game is honestly brilliant. It's very morbid, you're constantly talking about death, you're constantly talking about loss, so it's definitely not for everyone. And it's also incredibly intimate. I don't think I've ever felt so connected with a character I made less than an hour ago than I did with this game. One of the problems I have with one-session RPGs and one-shots is that you don't really get to roleplay them. You don't really get to understand your character and get inside their head. However, this game is all about that. You get to know your character intimately because the prompts are brilliant. The prompts guide you step by step and just are amazing as prompts for the story and prompts for emotions. A lot of them are incredibly intimate. They ask you how you felt in certain moments, or they give you a feeling and they ask you to create a situation around that. Another fantastic thing about this game is that it only requires 2 players. And I think the experience of being one of the 2 friends in a friends group that wants to try role-playing games is not uncommon. I mean, I've definitely been there, and I know many other people have. So now you have a game that you can actually play with just one other person, and it's honestly a fantastic one. This is especially great if the other person and you are close to each other and you are capable of, you know, being both silly and maybe a bit intimate with them. That sounded wrong. It's especially good if you and the other player trust each other and are capable of being silly and just let themselves go into the roleplay with the game. It will involve a lot of just being with one person. It can take up to 4 hours. It only took me 2 and I don't see how it would take 4. However, that's a long time to spend with one person you're not super comfortable with. So that's another tip I would give you. Make sure that the person you're playing this is someone you really trust and you're really comfortable with. Other than that, that's all I can say. Yes, the ritual part might be iffy for some. Maybe don't play it with your super religious older relatives, but understand it for what it is. It is a game that's heavily inspired in these rituals. You won't be summoning any actual demons or ghosts or anything to your house, I think. So give it a shot. Honestly, if you want a very different roleplay experience that requires basically no preparation and only needs one more player, Dead Friend, a Game of Necromancy, is definitely the game you should be playing. However, this has been the Game Manager. I hope you enjoyed this content. If you do, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll keep them coming. There's a lot more games I want to cover, and the deeper I get into the community, the more I'm discovering. So until next time, keep playing and keep having fun. Dead Friend, a Game of Necromancy by Lucian Kahn is a collaborative and it's a collaborative. Whew. Dead Friend by Lucian Kahn is a collaborative